Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a classic get ready with me. I'm going to be using a few subscriber requests. I had a subscriber asked if I had used this Valmont foundation and I happen to have a sample, so we're going to be using that today, as well as I have a few more items from Chantecaille that showed up. I'm going to create a really simple eye using a Chantecaille Mermaid Eye shadow, which I'm absolutely in love with the formula. So quick and easy eye, kind of glowy skin look today. And then we're going to finish, of course, with a fragrance of the day. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look, learn more about this Valmont foundation, as well as a quick and easy eye look, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're going to play with some new makeup. A little bit excited. So first I have a sample, and this is from Valmont, which is a skincare brand. I believe it's from Switzerland, and they sell it at places like Rescue Spa and such. And I got a question as to whether I had tried their foundation, which is a pricey foundation, but it's supposed to be one of those foundations that is good for your skin, has skincare benefits and such. And I just happened to have a sample that one of you lovely subscribers sent to me, so thank you, thank you. And this one is in Ivory and Shanghai. This is the Elixir des Glaciers. It says the essence of bees. So we're going to hope that this color works. I've been intrigued by this too. I have tried some Valmont skincare before with samples. I think my problem with it is highly kind of perfumed. They say it's natural rose ingredients, but it smells kind of perfumey to me. So I have heard good things about that. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze some of this out. And this may be a little bit light for my skin, but we shall see. This is what I have. And Shanghai and Ivory. And here is what this looks like. And it does have kind of the Valmont skincare smell to it. It's like a rose. I believe they say natural source of rose. So I am going to kind of put a little layer of this on, and right off the bat this seems a teeny bit light and yellow for my skin tone, but we're just going to use this today and see how it works. It's kind of like thick. It feels very moisturizing. Using my Rare Beauty little brush here, we are going to kind of brush this onto the skin. This foundation I know does not have a great shade range, so that is one of the other reasons I don't live near a Saks or any place that sells this brand. So this is sort of like blind buying this kind of foundation. So I believe they only had like 4 shades in this foundation. If you happen to fall within the shade range and you love their skincare, this might be one that you want to try out. And you guys, I'm always happy to accommodate your requests if it's something that I have accessibility to or can get my hands on. Please go ahead and request, because I'm always happy to do so. This was definitely one that I've been wanting to try as well. I'm just taking a little bit more that's kind of squirted out from my packet, and I'm just going to put this on the cheeks. And again, this color is Shanghai and Ivory. Just kind of patting this into the skin. So I will be honest, it feels like a tinted moisturizer, like it has that kind of lovely creamy hydrating feel to it. And this is the luminous version. They have 2 of these versions. One is a little bit more matte, and this particular one that I'm using is a little bit more luminous. This foundation actually has 5 different shades, and I am wearing the Ivory. It comes in porcelain, I believe is going to be the palest shade, Ivory. Then it comes in natural sand, sandy beige, and amber beige. Again, I don't have those samples. I'm just getting it off their website. This is described as having a satin glow to the skin, which I do feel like it does. It's an anti-aging foundation that is supposed to catch the light for the dullest of skin. So it's supposed to kind of have that lit from within kind of look to it. The foundation is inspired by the Essence of Bees complex that is supposed to have a sort of a silky finish to the skin. It also says the Essence of Bees complex is very healing and soothing to the skin. So far I do have to say my skin feels very comfortable and very hydrated, almost to the point where I'm wondering if this is going to get a little too glowy throughout the day, but we'll see about that. Now, it claims to be for all skin types, but especially for dry skin types. So again, anti-aging, dry skin kind of foundation. And again, I love the idea of having skincare benefits in my foundation. I think the only thing I would be curious about is to try one shade up. I think this ivory is working out pretty well, but the next shade up would be Natural Sand in Malta. So we can see if we can get our hands on that as well. But so far, this is what the finish looks like. And I definitely am seeing a glow, and it does feel very hydrating. It kind of feels like it'd be perfect for the winter months when your skin may be dealing with a little bit more of the cold elements. Okay, so we're going to move on. Now, these are not new, but I pulled them out because I did end up buying the little Westman Atelier holiday box. It has not shown up yet, but I brought out my favorite. This is the contour stick in Biscuit, and back into using the end of this. And then I also brought out my favorite blush from them, which is Chouchette. So what I do with this little contour is kind of shorten my forehead a little bit, and I try to kind of thin out my nose here. And then I will take a little bit of this and I put it right underneath my jawline. So kind of sculpt this out. I always say I don't really contour, but to be honest, I love this stick and I do use this a lot. So literally, this is the end of my stick. That will be a repurchase. I love that stick. And I tend to kind of use the contour in the winter kind of as my bronzer. So I am using the Rephr. This is this number 17. I love it. It's like a kind of dense little round brush. And then I'm going to just do some circular action on my skin like this. And I'm hoping everybody's going to be having a good weekend. Going to come down the side. You want to? I have actually forgotten to blend in the contour on my nose. That's a little bit embarrassing. So I just kind of come down, you guys, and just gently blend that in. I don't want to take it away. And then down here, I find this really does make a difference. It makes it look much more sculpted. So I will just kind of take a minute and create a little shadow underneath my chin. We've got a little warmth on the skin. Then I'm going to take my favorite blush. This is in Chouchette. And the new Westman Atelier holiday box, you guys, had two new products. They had Nectar, which was their highlighter that I absolutely love. I do already own the little highlighter in the rose shade. So one lucky person will be gifted that once I get my box. But they had a new shade of blush called Mimi that looks like this perfect nude that I was just like, oof, I need that. And then they have a new lit up highlighter in Nectar, and it just looks so gorgeous that I just could not resist. So that will be something fun showing up that I'm excited about, but I thought I would pull these out because I really do love the Westman Atelier blushes, the contour stick, Okay, we've got a little bit of color on the face. I'm going to kind of let that set in. We will be setting with powder today because I can already tell I need a little bit of setting of this foundation. Very glowy and hydrating, but definitely going to need a little bit of powder on this. So two things showed up from Chantecaille, and I finally picked up these mermaid eye shades, and I picked it up in TRITON and hematite. And you guys, I have totally fallen in love with these. So this one is Triton, and it is just lovely. I love the feeling of these, and this color is just right up my alley. And this is Triton. You guys, it's a beautiful sort of pewter silver shade, and I just am in love with it. This is going to be like your easy one eyeshadow look. And then I got hematite, and this is sort of this dusty purpley kind of purple tone here, and it's just gorgeous on the eyes. So for today's purposes, I'm literally going to just use Triton because I want to show you how easy just this one eyeshadow look is. But in the future, you can definitely combine the two of these. It'd be super pretty. So I do not know why it took me so long to try this formula because I'm totally in love with it. So what I'm going to do is I am taking Sonia G. This is her Blender Pro. This is a nice flat brush, and this is a clean brush, and I'm just going to take some of the product here, and then I am going to literally place this on my lid and blend this in. Is that the prettiest color or what? It's so pretty. You can also use this on your fingertips, guys. Just do that. My fingers tend to make things a little bit more messy, so I'll take a little bit of that to put the pigment on my eyeball, but then I will come in with a brush to kind of place it where I want it. Now, if you have better fingers or thinner fingers than mine, you can definitely just do this with your fingers. I just tend to like get this all over the place, so I'm going to use this. I'm taking whatever's left on this brush here, and I'm just pulling a little bit of that underneath my lash line, just a teeny bit. We're going to be using an eyeliner today. Okay guys, this is the color Triton, and I just kind of kept it mostly on the lid. I will add just a teeny bit of bronzer right in my crease, but you could totally just leave it this way. It's just got a little bit of reflection. And now the fun thing with this shade is that you can play it up. I feel like if you brought out the forest green eyeliner, it could bring out more green. If you want to bring out some purple tones, then you could use the Amethyst liner, and then my personal favorite is Slate, and this is the Chantecaille Slate eyeliner. It is basically a charcoal with a touch of blue in it, so as you can see, love this one. I thought today I would play up a little bit of the charcoal as well as the amethyst on the bottom. So I find this shade to be super pretty. It looks fantastic with the black forest, like a little bit of a green tone to it. So this is one that I have just fallen in love with. And I'm first going to put on eyeliner, and I'm going to take my Slate. I'm going to use this on my upper waterline area. And what I like to do is come close into my lash line and kind of wiggle it between these lashes, and that will start to define my eye. I'm going to take my refer number 23, and then I'm just going to smudge a little bit of that slate color and just soften that lash line. Then I'm going in with this amethyst color, which is just so pretty. This is amethyst. Here is slate, and then here is slate, and then here is amethyst. And love both of these shades. I'm just going to come in and I'm going to put a little bit of that amethyst in my waterline. Okay, we've got those eyeliners on. This is going to make it a little bit more dramatic look. You could definitely just do one eyeliner. You could skip the eyeliner, but I just wanted to show you what a pretty color Triton is. I'm going to go put on my mascara. I'll clean up my brows. I won't bore you with that part of my routine, and then we'll come back and we'll finish off the face. Okay, I've got my mascara and my brows done, and I'm going to just gently dust a little powder on my face. I'm using the Sisley Loose Powder in Irisé, and I am just going to set my makeup here. This foundation definitely feels moisturizing. I would almost garner to say it feels just a tad heavy on the skin, so I definitely feel like this one is going to be best for dry skin. When I say heavy, I'm like having my skin feel hydrated, so it's not feeling heavy per se on my more dry skin, but I'm just worried that somebody who has more oily or combination skin may find that this feels a tad bit heavy on the face. Then of course we are going to finish off with the little glow maker, and that is using the Sisley bronzer with the big fluffy La Mer brush. And I just like to get a little bit of an extra glow all over the face just to warm it up. Someone had asked me if the bronzer that's in the gold packaging is the same one that I use, and it is. They have just repackaged it, and it now is in a gold packaging versus the silver. So same exact product. It just has been updated with a new gold packaging, and I'm just going to be using mine. Now, I will tell you, I use this like every single day, kind of as my finishing step to my makeup, and there's plenty of product left. So although this is pricey, I do feel like it's going to last you a really long time. Then I am going to take a little bit of my bronzer, you guys, and I'm just going to come in and kind of define that crease area. Feel like it needs just a little bit of grounding since that shadow is more reflective on the eye, and just doing very light hand. And I also feel like it brings everything together. Okay, then we're going to finish off lips. I'm going to pull out my favorite. This is Victoria Beckham, and this one is in Girl, and I just really have, and then I've just been really enjoying this kind of peachy nude. I've kind of been trying to embrace those kind of more peachy kind of nudes versus what I gravitate towards, which is those berry mauve shades. So going crazy with a little different nude lip shade, but this is just a good basic weekend kind of go-to lip as well as look. So we're going to spritz my face real quick. I'm going to be using the Rose de May. This is the rose water. Just kind of set all that. It's going to take away any kind of powdery look. I also find that it takes away, it makes any flyaways kind of stay in place too. So bonus with that. And we're going to finish off with a fragrance of the day. And as I have mentioned the other day, you guys, I have fallen in love with a new perfume brand. It's new to me. It's been all the rage in the kind of niche fragrance community, but this is from BDK, and this is Rouge Smoking. And I wanted to give a little shout out to Tiger Girl. She had given me a little special code at Parfums de France. It was thanks 25. I don't know if it is going on anymore. And she had posted that code in the comments in one of my past videos. So I had to pick up Rouge Smoking. Now I had a sample of this, and when I was trying this out, I was also trying Gris Charnel and a few other ones. So this was not my immediate love, even though you would think that it would be. But upon playing with it and trying it again, it was one of these that was definitely full bottle worthy. And here this is Rouge Smoking. Now this is going to be for all you gourmand lovers. If you also like a good vanilla scent, you are going to love this. It has a cherry accord in it, and the reason I was hesitating was because I already own Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I do really enjoy those kind of gourmand fragrances. I'm a foodie. I don't mind smelling like a really delicious dessert. So this has the most gorgeous dry down ever. You are going to smell like the most delicious dessert you've ever eaten before, but it's not going to be sickly sweet. It's definitely going to have sort of a beautiful, warm, cozy kind of vibe to it. I think it's perfect for this time of year, but it is just gorgeous. So let me put some on, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about it. First of all, you guys, I know this sounds silly, but I really love when a perfume has a really nice sprayer. And this one, I don't know if you can see, we'll do it on this side. I don't want to be... We'll see if you can see, but it has the most beautiful, nice kind of spray just evenly out. I know that may be just me being a geek, but I just love that. It just kind of lightly coats the skin. Oh gosh, it smells so good in here. So I would call this sort of an adult gourmand. It is definitely a little on the sweeter side, but it is not sickly sweet whatsoever. So at the top notes, there is a cherry accord, and when I first smelled this, I was like, I'm not quite sure about it. And then as the dry down happened, I just completely fell in love with it. This is very much like an Abbey scent. It's a little bit sweet, it's a little bit powdery, it's got that beautiful vanilla in it, but then it is housed in a really warm and comforting base. Upon spraying this out, the top notes are going to be cherry, pink pepper, as well as bergamot. So you guys, that has a nice little opening. The cherry accord, at first I wasn't quite sure about it. I had the same feeling about Lost Cherry as well. I really liked it, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to smell like cherry. But this one is so beautifully balanced. So you've got a little kick from the pink pepper, as well as that freshness from bergamot. Then in the heart notes, you've got that touch of vanilla, you've got heliotrope, as well as orange blossom. So it's really gorgeous, you guys. It's very like intoxicating. Then in the base is where it kind of has this lovely warmth and extra coziness. So you've got tonka beans, you've got Ambroxan, you've got Labdanum and musks. And that's a beautiful mix that's going to kind of have a little gourmand touch from the tonka beans, but it's also going to give you that lovely warmth. So again, perfectly balanced. This is not too sweet, it's not too musky, it's not too over the top. This to me is just a gorgeous vanilla gourmand kind of cozy scent, and I'm just in love with it. I'm glad I gave it another chance, because when I first smelled it, the cherry accord had a little bit like a cherry lozenge to me, which was kind of turning me off. But once that passed, the cherry then kind of developed and married with all the other notes in the perfume, and it just became sort of enveloping kind of gourmand fragrance, a little bit sweet, a little bit powdery, a little bit gourmandy, and I just love it. So really loving this BDK brand, and I feel like many of you have tried it and you are loving it too. So let me know what your favorite fragrance is from this brand. Okay guys, this is the final look of the day. I'm hoping that everybody has a very safe and healthy weekend, and I will be back with another video soon.